I'm not saying that.
Yeah, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Just leave it there.
I've never, bro. I've never.
He's never.
I have never.
I have, but he's never.
He has. I've never.
What's up, you energetic, enduring enigmas?
Ooh, enigmas is a good one. I like calling someone an enigma.
You're an enigma.
It's like weirdo in a fun way. You know?
Hey, enigma.
But welcome everyone to episode 89 of the Attention Deficit Dawgs. Your new favorite podcast.
It better be.
You
At
love
this
it.
point, like, Jesus Christ.
Or what if it's their first time?
I don't care.
Right now, you were 15 fucking seconds into this shit. You better love it.
Yeah, I don't care. You better love it. Like, come on now. What are you doing?
All right, Brendan. What do we do? What do we do on this podcast?
We're trying to get it started.
Yeah. How do we get it started in here?
You still have a song of the week, Jeffrey.
Oh my goodness!
What's your song of the week?
My song of the week is old emo song, little screamy moment. Saw it live and I was like, yeah, this shit goes crazy. That's Walls by Emery. It's my song of the week this week, boys.
It's crazy.
It's a banger.
I think I've heard that song before.
Yeah?
I think I know what you're talking about, yes.
I think you know the song.
My song, I also heard this live. It's Scared to Die by Movements.
Oh my goodness! We'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk about it, but this song's a banger.
Love Movements, bro.
It was crazy.
And then they had the new one.
Where I Lay.
Where I Lay.
I liked that one a lot.
That one's good.
I liked it a lot, especially when I heard it live.
Oh, dude, live it was crazy. Hold on.
We'll talk about that
sucked
later.
into that. We have to do the other brass tacks that we gotta always get done in this podcast. Right after Song of the Week, it's always the segment Game Fun Time.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, you remember. All right, Brendan, this is a classic. No, not a classic. This is one that is becoming a classic because it's so much fun. You and I both enjoy it every time, whether we're the host or the one playing it. And that's I Think I've Heard of It.
Yes, sir.
If you're not familiar with this game and you don't know how this works, basically I'm going to give Brendan a pretty bad movie description or TV show.
Or TV show.
And he is going to have to tell me what it is. Okay?
Right.
Now, like always, you will get it in a southern accent if you wish.
Got you. Cool.
Has it ever helped?
Yeah.
Alright. Sometimes you do get it after the southern accent, so I'm not mad about it.
It does help.
Alright, Brendan, so I just want to address something right now. I know you've been getting mad at me a lot recently because I keep saying Queen Sweep opportunity. Every time. Okay, hold on.
Right now.
No. I want to take a sec. Hold on. Listen. Bring it back. Down to earth with me. Right here. We're locked in. Podcast, okay? Bro, it's because I'm your biggest fan, Brendan. Alright? And I always think you got that Queen Sweep. And with that being said, I think you're going 5-2 today. Alright.
Cool.
And I think I know the 2 you're not getting.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Are you ready for number 1, Brendan?
Yeah.
A working class athlete is chosen to take on the reigning champion.
I don't watch sport movies like that.
Nah, I know. See, this is the thing, is we've done this segment so many times, we gotta get creative with the movies we're doing now. You know this movie. I'm not like pulling some shit out you've never heard of, but...
Okay, read it again.
A working class athlete is chosen to take on the reigning champion.
A working class athlete is chosen to take... A working class athlete?
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
Isn't that wild?
A working class athlete.
What does that mean, Brendan?
Fucking what?
I might be... Listen, I feel like this is BM as shit, but I feel like I could get this one.
Just because he said that, I'm gonna guess Rudy and lock it in.
Alright, Brendan. It is not Rudy.
Yeah.
It's a good guess. No, this is Rocky.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Because he fights Apollo Creed in the first one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fun
Okay.
fact, one of the first movies to ever have the protagonist lose.
Interesting.
Because Rocky did lose.
He did lose.
Hell him, bro.
Oh god, I'm a fucking nerd.
Dude, that movie's so popular, there's a statue to him
Good.
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, as it should be.
Not to Sylvester Stallone.
To Rocky.
To Rocky.
As it should.
Shit, that's crazy. I did leave out the information about Philadelphia in the description because that's just too obvious at that point. All right, Brendan. You 0-1. That was one of the ones I thought you would get wrong.
Okay, cool.
Because that one was like a weird... That one was just like a popular movie that you kind of know, right?
Yeah, I seen it once.
Exactly. It's a popular movie that everyone kind of knows. Whatever.
Yeah. Alright.
But you got this.
Got
you
this.
got 6 more chances.
Got it.
You can win this.
Yeah.
If my guess is right, I win $100 at the lottery, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it,
I'm
buddy.
betting on it.
Not for me.
All right. Number 2. After the death of his wife, his child is stolen, and he must do whatever he can to get him back.
After the death of his wife, his child is stolen?
Yep.
Is this Finding Nemo?
Brendan, this is Finding Nemo.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
You're like, oh man. You're like, did Liam Neeson's wife die in Taken? You're like, was she dead? I knew she wasn't there, but was she dead?
No, it was Nemo. Look at that. I
It
got
was
that.
Nemo.
That wife was dead.
She was.
That was a dead wife. Yeah.
Bro, Nemo's the only one that made it. See, I almost said after the death of his wife and rest of his family,
Yeah, everyone just fucking died.
except Nemo. Nemo was the one that made it.
Massacred.
All right, Brendan, 1-1. How you feeling?
Fantastic.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Uh-oh.
Those were probably the roughest ones.
Okay, cool.
So this is good territory for you now, Brendan.
Oh,
I
cool.
expect you quick answers.
I love it. I
on
love
the
it. I love
dime,
it. Let's hit it.
Ready
Let's hit
for it. Especially this one, Brendan. This is a lob toss. Okay?
I fucking hate this guy, first of all.
Number 3, a lob toss, dude. If you don't smack this one out of the
Jeffrey,
park, you're an idiot.
fucking read me the goddamn question.
Number 3. Office workers undergo a surgical procedure to increase productivity.
Okay, I think he's fucking with me. Because, like, I'm really thinking this is Severance. But, I feel like he's fucking with me. I feel like he's fucking with me. I feel like he's fucking
Lob
with me.
toss.
I feel like he's fucking with me. Read it back.
Okay. Office workers undergo a surgical procedure to increase productivity.
I'm going with Severance.
It is Severance.
Okay, cool.
That's why I was like, dude, don't talk yourself out of this answer right now.
I thought you were fucking with me.
No, you were spot on, and you were like, no, maybe not Severance.
I can't trust you.
It's a great show, by the way.
It is. I need to watch more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get caught up.
I need to catch up.
I'm almost caught up. All right. Are we ready for this? Number 4, Brendan. This one would need a game if you get it right, but it'll put you one away from a good one.
He said, well.
Using his love of comics, a teenager decides to reinvent himself as a superhero.
What? Huh.
It's a good one.
I think I've seen this one, but I can't.
You've seen
I'm not
this one.
placing it. I'm not placing it right now.
I went into the memory well and just thought of any time we've talked about movies, and I'm like, yeah, this one's come up.
Okay, read it back to me in a southern accent.
Using his love of comics, a teenager decides to reinvent himself as a superhero. I almost read the answer out loud in the southern accent also, because it's
Damn it! That's the only way I was getting that one.
I thought Nemo was going to trip you up.
Shit. His love of comics. Fuck you mean his love of comics? I've seen this movie. I've seen this.
You're so close. You're
No,
thinking about it.
I'm
It's
really
there.
not.
You see the movie poster.
I don't.
Whoa.
Shazam.
Is it final answer?
Sure.
Brendan, this is Kick-Ass.
I have not seen Kick-Ass.
You're lying!
I've
What?
not
It's a
seen
Nicolas
Kick-Ass.
Cage movie.
I have not seen Kick-Ass.
Hold on. Never mind, Brendan. That one's voided from the record. Voided from the We've talked about Kick-Ass. Is that just because in context of Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, probably. I have not seen Kick-Ass. I'm so sorry.
You would love Kick-Ass, dude.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Dude, you were convinced you've seen it.
I was so convinced I've seen it. I've seen other ones where someone's like uses he is a comic book maker and something.
Bro, you've never seen Kick-Ass?
I've seen
It's
posters
got
for
Nick
Kick-Ass.
Cage and Mick Lovin in it.
No, never seen it.
Alright, I know what we're doing. I say that every time Brendan's like, I've never seen that movie. Fuck, you've never seen Kick-Ass?
Nope.
Dude, you need to watch more movies, man.
I haven't seen Kick-Ass.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I'll have you know, I had like a very long stint of just watching like early 2000s and early 2010s comedy films
Fair.
because they were just like right on the cusp, you know? Like they really rode
They
the
really
line
were.
of what's okay,
They're right there.
especially by like today's standards. So they're real funny, but they make you also go, oh, I don't know. I laugh at that, you know?
Oh, I love that shit.
Kick-Ass is one of those movies.
I love it.
Yeah. Nick Cage plays Batman. How? Dude,
As he should, though.
you're missing out on this. It's not actually Batman, but it's Batman-esque character.
I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 5, Brendan. You are now 2, 1, and 1.
Oh, yeah.
You count it as a tie. Yeah.
Cool.
We mark it off. All right. Number 5, Brendan. Long settled into married life, he begins to long for the days when he used to be a real ogre.
Okay. Let me get the numbers right on this one. It's not the first one. It's not the second
Went
one.
for the title.
It's not the third one. This is Shrek Forever After.
This is Shrek Forever After, Brendan. You are correct. This is Shrek Forever After.
Solid one, honestly.
This one's solid. This is a good one.
The third one's the worst one.
I think this one's probably the worst one. But the second one's the best.
Second one's the best.
First one's the second best.
First one's the second best.
Probably.
Then it goes this one. And then
What
the third
happens in
one?
the third one again? Is that when he turns into handsome? No, that's the second one.
No, that's the second one.
The second one's so good. It's got all the best
Dude, the
scenes in
second
it.
one is the fucking best one by
Isn't
far.
that when the dad turns into a frog and dies?
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and then they go to Far, Far Away in that one.
Yeah.
Dude, that one's peak.
They go to Funky Town?
No,
Yeah.
the third one, they go pick up, like, Shrek, because it's just after the king dies, and
Which king? Oh, the Frog King?
the Frog King died, and Shrek's trying to be, like, take his place because he's, like, the son-in-law. or
Oh,
whatever.
wait. So he's
And
trying to be King Shrek?
No, but he doesn't want to be King Shrek, so he goes off on an adventure to go get the next heir in line, which is King Arthur, and he's, like, some dweebo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The third
That one's
one is-
lame.
Dude. Number 2 is also when they introduce Puss in Boots.
Yeah. And there's the potion factory in that one.
Yeah.
Dude, that one is goated.
Counting Crows is bumping
That one's
in the
fucking
background.
goated, dude.
Dude,
Goated.
Shrek 2 is the best Shrek. If you think otherwise,
Come on
you're
now.
wrong.
Yeah, come on now.
Shrek 1's a phenomenal though. Great.
Shrek 1
soundtrack
is
also.
fantastic. They all have pretty fantastic soundtracks.
They're all pretty good, man. All right, Brendan, you gotta get one of these next 2 correct to win. You are 3, 1, and 1.
Okay.
Are you ready for this, Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay. I watched this movie with you.
Uh-oh.
I just want to make that clear. There is a very vague maybe not the whole thing, but we watched at least some of this film together.
Uh-oh.
All right, Brendan. Lob toss. A music-loving orphan ends up being a prodigy at getaway driving.
Baby Driver.
Yeah.
I love Baby Driver.
I swear we watched that together at some point. I'd never seen it before.
I want you to know, I was sitting there going, fuck, I watched a lot of movies with Jeffrey, and he goes, we might not have finished it, and I said, he's going to say Baby Driver. Because we didn't finish Baby Driver. I finished Baby Driver on my own. Fantastic movie.
It's phenomenal.
But, we did not, in that sitting, finish Baby Driver.
I think we got, like, sleepy or something. It was like all the boys hanging out. We were watching a movie.
Yeah,
and then
we got distracted. I don't know. Yeah,
you know how it be, bro.
Happens.
Brendan, you have officially won.
Oh, yeah. Giggity.
So, my guess is we'll be wrong no matter what, because it is physically impossible for you to go 5-2.
Yeah. Wait, was that all the questions?
Wait, no. There's still another one. Hold on. So you got the first one wrong.
So I've got 4.
You got that one.
Yeah. I still got one question left. I could still go.
Yeah.
I could go 4 and 2 or 5 and 1 and 1.
Yeah. 5, 1, and 1 is what you're going for, Brendan.
Well, goodbye, beautiful statistics of stats. Now we're gonna have weird ties.
Usually, I give you the back half, like the real rough ones. These guys are nice to me.
Oh.
The back half's been real nice to you so far.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear this last one.
2 of the 3 back half. So it all comes down to this.
Well, I already won, but yeah, continue.
So it all comes down. After being invited to a party, 3 friends go on a mission to get alcohol.
Buddy.
He's got the sticker. I forgot that.
That's gonna be Superbad. That is gonna be Superbad.
That is Superbad.
Yeah.
I rewatched that movie. Like, I saw it in the theaters. They did like a retaping of it and everything. Oh, Brendan's officially won. Let's get a round of applause. 5 on 1. Love to see it. But anyways, I went and saw.
If we counted that other one, I would have gone 5 and 2. Continue.
I appreciate you giving that little technical in there. All right, Brendan. So, yeah, I went and saw Superbad, and I forgot how great that movie is because the last time I saw it, I was like, I don't know, 12, and then my mom made me like leave the rooms during certain scenes or whatever, you know.
Who was the cop alongside Seth Rogen?
Bill Hader.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
What a silly duo.
That's a great duo.
I
think that's his name. Oh, now I'm
No, I think you're 100% correct. Actually.
I think I'm pretty good about actors' names.
No, that movie is fantastic. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, dude, I can see why everyone loves this.
It still holds up.
It's fantastic.
It's so funny. My favorite, like, is I see all the stories about, like, them doing the casting and everything, and they say that the guy that plays McLovin, like, tested with Jonah Hill, because Jonah Hill was, like, picked to be the star of Superbad.
Yeah.
So, like, they tested him with Jonah Hill and everything, and Jonah Hill is just, like, talking shit. Like, fuck, you know, all this shit. So he's just giving them the shit back, right? Because it's like, oh, well, you know, high school friends, this is the vibe we're supposed to be doing, whatever. So he leaves his audition, you know, he gets, like, Seth Rogen sign and stuff. He's like, oh, cool. And then Jonah Hill looks at them and goes, do not fucking hire that guy. I fucking hate that guy. He's a piece of, he's so fucking annoying. Like, just started dogging on him and all this stuff. And then Seth Rogen looked at everyone else and went, we gotta cast him. That's it. We're casting him. That's him. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's McLovin.
Yeah, it's McLovin. Yeah. But yeah, he's in Kick-Ass, bro.
That's wild.
He plays the villain.
That's wild. That's as he should, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just 2 dorks that read comic books. It's, dude, you gotta see it, man. It's a good movie. It's a good movie, Brendan. All right, I gotta tell you about something that happened to me a couple days ago. This was such a precious moment, dude. I'm on my way to work, just driving.
Yeah.
You know?
Vroom vroom and shit.
Listen to music. I got like 2 turns before I'm in the work parking lot. You know, I'm like walking in, and I turned my head as I passed this cul-de-sac. You know, like the cul-de-sacs that are on like just like off of a street.
Yeah.
Like you don't go down a street to a cul-de-sac. It's just like a loop.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. The fucking road's got herpes, and I turn my head at the exact moment that I watch a father take his hands off his child learning to ride their wheels with no training, or ride their bike with no training wheels. It was such a magical like, dude, I turned my head and just see him be like, go, go, and the kid's like smiling, and I was like,
you just watched a fucking core memory.
Yeah, and then I fucking hit someone in the rear-ended someone.
She was like, wow.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Just leave it there.
I've never, bro. I'm never.
He's never.
I have never.
I have, but he's never.
He has. I've never. And I'm not. We're not going any
We're not going any further than that.
People are going to be like, what? Eat ass? Like, what are they talking about?
No, I eat. I will make that all clear. I eat ass. Jeffrey doesn't. Continue.
Yeah, I sniff it. I don't know, guys.
Alright, Jeffrey. We went to a concert.
I don't eat ass. I enjoy it.
We went to a concert.
Sorry.
We went to the Movements concert.
The Movements?
The Movement.
The, Movements concert.
The, Movement. It was pretty wild. The first band, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second band was like this like punky girl that we couldn't really hear over the microphone with really bright blue hair and eyebrows.
Brendan fell in love with it instantly.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because I don't know if anyone else caught it, but I did. Is he went to tell us about the second band and only talked about what the lead singer looked like.
I was like, yeah, no, he's bad.
He said their audio quality was shit, but she had my heart.
I listened to some of their music today and yesterday.
And?
It goes crazy when you can hear her. She's just like screaming, like the whole time.
That goes crazy.
Then the third band came out. Jeffrey knew this band was so here for these guys.
Citizen. Can I say something, bro? They felt like a headliner. Like the way they just Movements came out and did the thing they were supposed to do. It was wonderful. But like I was watching, I was like, damn, they're giving like headliner energy.
Oh
right
yeah.
now. Like they're real. I mean, but they've been a popular emo band for a while, and like they've been the boys.
So I went in the pit for one Scowl song, which was the punk rock band that came on before.
Yes.
Downward
was the first band.
Downward was the first band. Scowl the second band. Citizen the third band. Citizen is when I went actually like into the pit. I just kind of like said bye and disappeared for their entire set.
We did not see Brendan for the entire Citizen set.
I was just in the pit. It was a wild pit. What I will say about this entire show, pit-wise, favorite pit I've ever been in.
No.
Favorite pit I've ever been in. The Flying U was the craziest pit I've ever been in. But like
the Boundaries pit.
But like, Boundaries pit was wild. But like, this was my favorite. Just overall, the vibes were good. The people were good. Just everything was good. I had a great time at this pit.
And I'm going to say this about the concert because we've talked about it a little bit on the pod. Brendan and I got to meet and talk to a guy that was wearing an F1 McLaren shirt.
Yes.
And that went crazy.
It did. It did go insane.
He's rooting for the same guy Brendan and I are.
P.S.
So we love
yeah.
to see you.
But no, just met a bunch of cool people. And then...
okay, you're underselling this. I want you to know, after the show, like, 4 different people were like, yo, man, like, dapped up Brendan. And I was like, who's them? He goes, I have no clue.
I was just meeting people. I was having a good time. My vibes were up.
Like the amount of times I was like, shit, where's Brendan? And I like kind of would look around and I see him like just chat with somebody. And I'm like, good for him, man. He's making friends.
I was having a great time.
I don't know what he's doing. He almost crowd surfed.
I almost crowd surfed, but I ended up just helping a bunch of people crowd surf.
Wasn't a good time for it. There just wasn't a good window for it.
No, plus the way that these people were crowd surfing people made me scared because they were just tossing. Even though I was sitting there in my brain hole going, if I was gonna crowd surf, I had the 2 motherfuckers that I wanted to like put me up there. there was this really big guy and he had like a blue hoodie on.
Oh, dude, he was dope.
No, he could have just like.
I love that we interacted with all of the same people at just different times.
different times.
I mean, that's when the crowd's moving, man. That's how
the crowd was moving.
The crowd was moving.
And then it ended. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna try to get back to the front with my boys. And I was pushing through. I was trying. Yeah. I was fighting through this crowd
because it's about to be the headliner.
So yeah, like people weren't letting me through. They were like, "Fuck off, bro."
Yeah. Because everyone is trying to push up to be as close as they can.
I got arm's length of Jeffrey, and he just like grabbed me and he pulled me on through.
That's hey, if anyone is listening to this right now and they do not do this or do not know that is what you do at a concert. If you have someone that you need to get to you through a crowd of people, as long as you guys are both an arm's length of each other, even just knuckles, right?
Just a lock on.
As long as you do that, both of y'all pull.
You're making it through, buddy.
You step while the other person pulls, and all I did, bro, I grabbed and I said, "Hey, who's with me?" And I just pulled, and everyone was like, "All right,
cool. We're not fighting that." Yeah.
Well, because it's all of your weight and your power of you moving, plus me pulling you through these people.
So then movement started, and I was with Jeffrey and his girlfriend for like a song and a half,
maybe.
And I just kind of like was getting moved around. I was jumping a lot. I was going insane, guys. My energy just never went down from a 10.
So you were like close to us, and then at one point you were like 2 or 3 people away from us, and I was like, all right, Brendan's right there, we're chilling.
And then I was like on the other side.
And wait, you were?
Yeah, I was like on the right at one point.
Well, here's the thing: is you told us before movement said that there was a chance you would
crowd surf. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to know that I was just like pivot
every time
because anytime I saw someone come up from that side crowd surfing, because I was like, hey yo,
is that Reddit?
Because my phone was gonna come out so quickly. Because bro, if you crowd surfed and no one got that on video, you'd be pissed.
Nah, my ass would be all like.
That's true. You would be recording.
Yeah, I made it over there. I was like, I waited till the song I really wanted to hear, and I was belting my heart out. And then like, the pit was kind of going crazy. He played full circle, and he like made a circle pit, and I was like, I need to be in there, and I was like, I found my destiny, and it was to be in the circle pit. So then I went into the circle pit, and I had a great time. And I didn't leave the pit for the rest of the time. It was the slipperiest pit I've also been in. Beer was everywhere. Dude. And like the first 2 pits, people were just like, had their beers in the pit, so like it covered in beer.
I think it was Citizen Set, literally opening song, a can just flies and douses us, and I was like, hey yo.
Yeah, no, people were throwing that, and then people were throwing popcorn. So we had like wet, soggy popcorn and beer on the floor while everyone was pushing each other. Oh. I didn't fall once, surprisingly.
Thank goodness. That would be gross, dude.
But hey man, I'm crazy.
A lot of people were falling.
A lot of people were falling.
I saw someone crash out.
You saw someone crash out?
Yeah.
Oh,
someone got mad at the concert. Yo, hold on. Deep cut. Real deep cut. Okay? Let's go all the way back to the Beartooth Plot News show.
Uh-oh. Okay.
At that show, during Beartooth set, at one point, a guy grabbed my arm and yanked me into the pit without me. I was just facing the thing, and he just grabbed me.
He was kind of being a dickhead about it.
Yeah.
And was it the same guy?
And so I was, kind of edge of the kind of pit wall, right?
Yeah.
And I get shoved and pushed, and I kind of like do one of these and kind of push off, right? So, I give the guy in this white shirt standing in front of me kind of like a bump like that because I just got bumped, right? And so quickly this man turns around with like a I'm gonna fuck you up face, and it's the same guy, bro. He turns around and he's just like, my bad, bro. And I literally, because he turned around and I was like, dude, I bumped into you, man. And he was just like, oh, my bad.
Bro, don't go to heavy metal shows. Don't go to anything that could possibly have a pit.
But he was in the pit. So I don't understand what was happening there. But that aside, other than that guy,
that's wild.
Okay, that's not even the crash out. So we have talked about this. This is a topic we've discussed on the pod. People who are large in stature crowd surfing. Okay?
Yep.
We're not talking like fat people. We're talking about people who are just like big. Like if you're like 6 foot, you're not 100 pounds. That's just not how that works.
Literally.
Like, physically, that's not how that works, right? So there was this one dude, taller, a little bigger, right? And he wanted to get up there. And they're like helping him and they're trying to get him up, and finally like this guy who had been standing next to us kind of looked like our third friend, but emo.
Okay.
It was kind of wild. But he is like trying to help, and I like see him out the corner of my eye be like, I'm like, no. And he walks back over to his girlfriend who is standing next to us, and all I hear him say is just like, big ass motherfucker, we're not getting him up, you know, and I was like, I mean, fair. But then later, I saw him up, and I was like, yo, some people got that dude up, and he made it all the way.
Hell yeah.
That goes crazy. But this is the wildest part, okay? Because this guy was kind of talking shit about the dude and calling him fat, and I was like, hey man, like, let's, you know, we're at a show.
Come on.
Now, am I the asshole for eavesdropping? Nah. But I was like, whatever. And then this is the funniest part. The crowd's moving, everything's going. Crowd surfer comes flying in, right? Right over the head of this dude, right, who was saying all these mean things about the other guy, and just flattens him, like. And it was the guy. It was the dude he called a big motherfucker.
Nah. Karma.
And then he stood up and crashed out. Not at the guy. He was just like pissed as fuck now. And then,
dude.
But kept saying shit like big motherfucker and all that. Yeah, so.
No, I got crushed by a couple crowd surfers.
It happens, dude.
Yeah.
So, well, I didn't get crushed, but I had like the kink in the neck, you know, where you're just like.
Yeah, like where you can't like get them off.
Oh god, and you're just like.
You're just like trying your hardest, and you
Yeah.
just like can't get them to move.
Dude, that can't feel good to have the back of my head in the middle of your spine.
No, it can't. It can't. See, just my biggest fear is getting tossed and then no one catching me on the other end, and I just like fall on my back.
I'm scared that I'm not gonna get seen by one of the security guards.
You just tossed over the rail. Those security guards were pimping. They were fucking pimping.
They're all cool. Well, can I just say, there is a certain type of etiquette that comes with serving water at your venue during or between sets, right? And they had it down, bro.
They had it fucking down. I felt hydrated and I felt ready for the next set to begin.
They were handing out water during movements. Like halfway through the set, they were like...
I didn't see that because I was in my shit, but...
Yeah, like front row people were taking it, I was like passing some.
Hell yeah.
Everyone was jamming to movements, getting water. It went crazy.
As they should.
And then no one wanted to move as much because we all had water.
Venues where they like, you have to purchase water, that's the only way to get water. Come on.
Yeah. Well, like, we walked in and I was like, in my head, we were waiting in line and I was like, man, I'm kind of thirsty. I was like, I'm going to get in there and, like, have to get a drink or something, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they have, like, a bottle of water for, like, $5 I can get, you know? I was like, I don't really want to do that, but I'm really thirsty.
Yeah.
Because it was hot and we were, like, waiting outside for a minute. So we get in, though, and they literally had, like, multiple jugs set up around the venue with just stacks of cups ready to use it at moments.
Because they were pimps.
So
That's the second time I've been there, and I have had, like, some of my favorite concerts I've ever seen at that venue already. Like, Red Rocks, you can't beat Red Rocks. It's just impossible.
No.
But, like...
You also can't do water at Red Rocks. It's not really a good way to do that.
That's true. But you're also not pitting or anything like at Red
No.
Rocks. But in terms of places where, like... I don't know. The Fillmore... I like the Fillmore a lot.
Fillmore was very cool. Like, it was just nice, dude. Because I walked in, I saw the water, there was a security guard standing next to the first water I saw. I said, hey man, am I allowed to get water? And he was like, oh yeah, dude, go for it. And I was like, oh, thanks,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Yeah, similar.
Then he helped me move the jug,
Hell yeah.
to get it off the table. He's like, here, bro.
Just, I love when concert venues know what they're doing.
Bro, let me tell you a trick. If you're ever on the bar, start talking to those guys. Because this has worked in my favor. If a pick falls between the stage and you, one of them picks it up.
They'll give it to the one who's nice to him.
If you've been talking to one the whole time and been like his bestie, talking between sets about life, how their job is, all the cool stuff, give it to you, bro. I've had that happen multiple times. They're like,
Yeah?
yeah, man. Because they just respect.
Well, yeah.
Just like, oh, they're respectful. I also say thank you every time. I'm always like, thank you, guys.
Yeah. Because, yeah, no. And they know concert motherfuckers go crazy for that shit.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. I got a pick.
Oh.
I got a pick. From downward.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You caught it, didn't you?
No. It was on the floor, but it landed. It, like, they threw it out and it, like, bounced right over towards me. And I was like, mine.
I almost got the movements, babe. Didn't act quick enough. It happens. It happens, man. It happens.
It's okay. I also got... Your girlfriend found, like, a bag of stickers that I also got, so...
Oh, I forgot we got the stickers.
So that went crazy.
The movement show was so much fun. Yo, hold on. There was one part of my day we didn't talk about, and I feel like we should.
Yeah.
Bro, we got sandwiches?
Oh, we did get fucking sandwiches. They were good.
It made me so happy because I'm a food guy like that. I would not call myself a foodie because I think that term's stupid.
Yeah.
I really like food. Fucking what? You can't live without it? Yeah. Like
Me neither.
Yeah. So, but I love food, and one of my favorite food is sandwich.
Yeah. Dude.
So to go to like, it was like a bar / deli, but like to go to like a little deli place that had like the whole menu of sandwiches, and then you can add whatever you want to the sandwich topping wise.
Yep.
That was so nice, dude.
It was so good, and then all the ingredients were quality
It was
and
all, like thinly sliced, and dude, it was just like one of the best quality sandwiches.
And we got a
I've
flight
had.
of beers.
We did have a flight of beers.
Yeah, so wild day. For
Brendan
us.
got what was it called?
The Eradicator.
The Eradicator.
I got eradicated.
Brendan got eradicated.
No, it was like a 10.5% beer.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But yeah, no, it was pretty good. It was not my favorite. I liked the cherry one Jeffrey got. That one was
I did
tasty.
not like that one. It was just kind of gross. Something about it felt like. I was about to say fermented, but that's a dumb statement. It's beer.
Well, matter of fact, Jeffrey.
But they also did brew everything in house, is what it seemed like. So that was super cool.
Fire. We also had some ciders that tasted like we have Angry Orchard at home.
And then I got a good beer, like the Farmhouse something.
Yeah, the Farmhouse one. That was the most.
It was the most beer.
Yeah, it was pretty average. It was just beer.
I was like,
Just a good beer.
Good beer.
Good beer. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, those sandwiches were so good.
It was like the Gleeful Gnome or something like that.
Oh, it was like yeah. It was like the Gleeful Gnome or something.
Yeah, it was just gnome themed.
Gleeful Gnome. No.
Oh.
That's a Grateful Gnome?
Oh, it might be Grateful Gnome.
Hold on, I got that. Yeah, Grateful Gnome. Alright, so Grateful Gnome. It's all gnome themed?
Yeah, it was all gnome
That was
themed.
wild. And it had like some Grateful Dead references too.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
A lot of West Virginia shit.
Yeah.
We didn't get that.
There's a map.
There was a map.
There's a
The
big
United
map
States.
of the United States with nothing on it.
Marked on it. No, there's
Just
no,
it was just the map of the
Just
United
map.
States.
But recommend it. It was a
Yeah, no, solid.
cool vibe. It was nice.
If you're ever in Denver and you really want a sandwich and possibly a beer,
Serious question. If you had to think back about every restaurant experience you have ever had in your life, what is the best meal you've ever sat down and had at a restaurant?
oh, dude, nah, that's a terrible question. How do you answer that? How do you answer
See, I have a couple answers. All right.
How do you
All right?
answer
So let's go
that?
Let's go with this. All right. One of my first answers. Ready for this? Clam chowder in a bread bowl in San Francisco.
Okay.
That was my first time seeing a bread bowl having clam chowder, and it was a fancy restaurant
Okay, yeah.
in a place that actually has seafood.
Fair.
But also I was 9 years old, That's a life-changing experience, Brendan. Okay, so like for me, boom, one of the best meals I've ever had. Okay, that was some amazing clam chowder. I'm trying to think what other, like to the point where Brendan, I like clam chowder now. I wouldn't have touched clams ever, but you chowder them up, all me, bro. The best meal. What are you looking up? You can't look up your memories.
I am.
You have a list of meals you eat? What?
I just try, like,
A Chili's triple dipper.
I forget what it's called, but in Hawaii, I went to that thing where like they cook the pig under the ground on the beach.
Was that shit bussin'?
It was bussin' as fuck, dude.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the best meals you've ever had. Experience-wise, like, vibe-wise.
Yeah, that overall,
taste-wise,
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, now, what's one of the worst experiences you've ever had at a restaurant?
One of the worst?
Yeah.
I went to Popeyes and I got the chicken sandwich, and then I got home. I took a bite and the bone was in it, in the meat. So then I took it back and I got another one because they were like, "Oh shit, I don't know why there's a bone in there. It's a sandwich. There's not supposed to be a bone in there because that defeats the whole point of a sandwich."
Someone grabbed the wrong piece.
And then I brought it back home, and that one also had a bone in it. So I took it back, and they're like, "I'm so sorry. We'll get it right this time." And I said, "No, just give me like a couple of drumsticks and call it a day." And they said,
like,
"Okay."
No, we're not getting sandwich
I'm like,
right
"No,
at this
we're
point.
done.
All
We're
right?
done." Yeah, that's got to be one. Like, come on, you mess it up twice, twice.
How do you put the wrong piece of chicken between?
And then how do you get told, "Hey, last time this sandwich was made, they put the wrong piece of chicken in there. Don't do that again." And then proceed to put the wrong piece of chicken in there again.
See, I had something similar to that. It was like late at night and I DoorDashed McDonald's. And first of all, it took like an hour and 45 minutes. And the only reason I didn't cancel the order is because the driver stuck it out. Like because they sent me a picture of them halfway like on the street in the line, like drive-through line for the McDonald's. And I was like, "Hey man, like should I cancel?" He goes, "Nah, dude, it's a big enough tip. I'll wait." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, just don't cancel it. I'll be there."
Pimp.
I said, "Cool, thanks, man." Right? I wait. My food gets there. I'm like, hell yeah! I get the 2 cheeseburgers.
As you should.
Okay, this is before my McNugget era. I'm in a big McNugget era now.
Right.
Okay, but I'm like, 2 cheeseburgers, a Powerade, some fries. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to fuck it up. I sit down, open up my sandwich, and I realize that I got a bun, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and a bun. And I don't got a patty on either of my burgers. There's no burger on my burger. I just got buns. I got buns with pickles, ketchup, and mustard.
So what'd you do next? What was the next move here?
Well, I got my DoorDash credit so I could get free food the next time I ordered.
Because you said, "Hey."
I said, "Yo,
I didn't
my
get
food
no
was wrong."
patties.
And then I ate the burger buns.
I mean, yeah, you paid for them.
My fries were still there.
There you go. Fry sandwich.
That's so much. That's a lot of carb. Is starch carb?
Is
Because potatoes are a starch. Is starch a carb? Does that count? I don't think it is. I think those are 2 separate.
Yes, starch is a type of carb.
Oh, dude, I nailed it. Never mind. I love when I second guess myself for a whole 15 seconds just for them to tell me I was correct in the end.
That makes sense because potatoes and starch.
Yeah, I literally said because potatoes are starch.
Yeah, well, you were right, and you second guess yourself, dumbass.
Yeah, but I didn't know if potatoes were a carb. That's what I'm saying.
Dumbass.
Brennan, name 4 carbs other than potato.
Carbohydrate.
Carbo dehydrated.
Carburetor.
Yeah.
And
Last one.
Caribou. So yeah, I think you'll find I pretty much know my carbs.
He knows all of his carbs. He gets his daily intake of caribou a day. What's the weirdest meat you've ever? I'm sorry, we're just on
The weirdest meat?
Yeah, what's the weirdest meat you've ever? Other than your eggs.
The weirdest
Still dab
meat.
me up for it though. So
Probably alligator.
I think same.
Probably
You've
alligator.
eaten bugs before, right?
Yeah.
Like the meal, like the mealworms.
Yeah, they're not necessarily that weird though. It's just a bug.
Nah.
Yeah, probably alligator.
What's the furthest you would go?
I don't know. However much I can afford.
No, okay. Money's out of the picture.
Then as far as I can legally
Accessibility's
go.
out of the. All right, genuinely, if someone served you like monkey brain, I'm talking like the scene in Indiana
I don't know if I
Jones.
could do monkey brain.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, how far would you go that way?
See, I'd find it hard to like eat an organ of something, or like
but
the intestines of something. Like the meat is one thing, but like
I could eat a heart, not raw. No. First of all, you've eaten a chicken heart. Second of all,
have I?
yeah. At that steakhouse, the Brazilian steakhouse, where they bring you the meat.
Yeah. Okay. That chicken heart was tiny, so that's
Second
fine.
of all,
But
dude, cow hearts they make steaks out of.
see, my problem with hearts though, if it's not like formed different or done much to other than cooked, the little arteries. No, brother, no.
You can get like a heart steak though.
No, if I necessarily need one though.
Let me say cow heart steak.
See, because here's the thing, Jeffrey. If unlimited money and unlimited resources, why the fuck would I eat a cow heart steak?
Dude, but like Brendan. Tell me that just doesn't look like a steak.
It just looks like a steak, but in this scenario where I have unlimited shit, why not just Wagyu?
Exactly. Okay. You have already had all the fine stuff in life. You're like, you spoiled it. You've gone so far that you have to like go back around.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing hearts. I'm not doing hearts.
You stop at hearts?
I'm
I
doing
do
hearts,
heart, dude.
not doing intestines, not doing
No.
veins, not doing...
Would you, so where's like haggis fall?
The fuck is haggis? I know what haggis is. It's like stomach, right?
Something like that, yeah.
It's like stomach lining.
Haggis is a traditional Scottish dish, a savory pudding made from minced sheep's pluck, that means heart, lungs, and liver, mixed with oats, onions, and spices, and traditionally cooked in a sheep's stomach.
See, not something I need in my life. You know, it could just like stay as far away from my life as possible, and I would be content.
What if you were in Scotland and someone was like, I made dinner?
I'd try it.
You'd have to, right?
I'd try it.
It sounds miserable.
It sounds awful. I'd try it, but I'd preface it with being like, I seriously might not like this.
It looks like it needs mustard.
Let me see a picture of this haggis shit.
Doesn't it look like something that you put some like deli mustard on, like some spicy?
Wait, where's
mustard
this
on?
from?
Scotland.
Okay, no. There's some German dish that I tried that I don't like. It's like meat. It's like a meat roll.
I typed in German meat roll and only porn sites came up.
Dish mustard. It's got mustard on it.
I don't know. This haggis kind of looks like a beef Wellington though. Look at that. That one doesn't look as bad. See,
it doesn't look that bad.
But look at it this way, though, Brendan. You're like, oh, I don't want to eat intestines. I can never eat intestines, right? Motherfucker, have a hot dog. You understand what the casing is, right?
Hot dogs are grown in a lab, buddy.
Okay, have a brat. Fucking sausage link.
Isn't it? What is it in?
You're joking.
I deadass don't know. What is that?
They're intestine linings, dude.
Nah.
That's what they're wrapped in.
Deadass? Deadass.
Hold on, let me double check. Brat casing. Yeah, dude. Hold on. Yeah, natural casings are made from animal intestines or skin.
Gross. But I'll still eat them, I don't care.
Yeah, dude.
But
so
like,
you literally eat part of an intestine every time.
I guess it's the best part of an intestine, though. I don't want the whole intestine, buddy.
No, well, like, the inside's still got all the bile and stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't eat that.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is they don't serve that anymore.
But, like, meat-wise, I'd be down to try most things, I think.
Would you eat a cow heart?
Probably.
After I showed you that picture?
I'd probably try it, but knowing it's a cow heart, I'd probably have a hard time.
I'd serve you it without you knowing it was
Then I'd be fine. I wouldn't care.
cow heart.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at all.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I'm serving Brennan cow heart. Alright. I think that's a great spot to wrap up this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening or watching. Episode 89, the Attention Deficit Dawgs, your new favorite podcast. If you like this content, you want to see more, check us out on Instagram and TikTok at the Attention Deficit Dawgs or YouTube at the Deficit YouTube channel. Remember that my song of the week is Walls by Emery.
And mine is Scared to Die by Movements.
Other than that, take care of yourselves. Eat 3 meals today. Drink some water. And as always,